Hey guys, welcome back. We will continue with web element. We are going to use web element to really access this text box by using its name. For now, I will comment out this page source because it prints out a lot of page source into our console. So I will comment that, and in the next step, what I would do is driver dot find. It's a little slow in responding. Find element, and it takes an argument. We will go back into our API and verify what are the parameters and everything. For now, follow the code. By dot will give you bunch of options. So different ways to identify the text box where you want to enter the value, right? So but what we know is we know the name of it. So I would choose the name by name. And what is the name of the text box we found from the Chrome developer tool? It is Q. So by name Q. So in this particular step, we are telling the driver, go find element by name Q. So if you mouse over the find element, that is important as a programmer. You want to check what it is returning back to you, right? So when I mouse over, I can find that this particular method, find element, is returning back web element. This is what we are interested in. This is how we are going to get reference to that text box. Otherwise, it's finding and we are not doing anything. We want reference to that so that we can enter some value into it. So I would do web element is what it is being returned, and you can give whatever the name you want to because it's a search box or whatever. That's what I want. We named it as search box. And now we need an import. If you mouse over here, import web element. So I will select and import that class and search box. Now let us type search box and see what are the available actions you got. These are nothing but all of the methods available on the web element, which we have seen a little while ago, right? In the API. So here, send keys is the way to enter values into the text box. So this is why you need to read through the documentation. So you will get familiar two ways. One, practice the code, and read the documentation, read the API. So I will select this send key, select that. And what I want to test on is test automation .co. Let me remove the space. So we have used the web element, which is a search box dot send keys. That means the send keys is doing the magic of entering the value into the search box. That's where we are doing the real automation. We are programmatically entering the value into the search box. So you can do all of the next steps using either WebDriver or web element. I don't want to oversimplify the Selenium, but pretty much revolves around WebDriver and web element. There are other things we need to learn, such as resource locators, which is very important on complex web applications. We will cover that in upcoming lesson. But for now, you can get a simple and basic understanding using these two classes, WebDriver and web element. Now let us run this code and see the result. Right click, run as Java application. I did not save it, so it's prompting me to save, and it continues to run, and the browser is wow, it went too fast. So what I will do is I will remove this or comment out the quit, right? Because it's closing the browser, we don't know what happened, it went so fast. So I don't want it to be closed so that we will get a chance to look at it. Control S, I will save it and right click, run as Java application. So it entered testautomation.co. See, that entered there but never clicked on Google search, right? We will take it to the next level now. Okay, so it entered and that's where it stopped because we did not instruct anything further in our code. So next step would be clicking on Google search. Let us do that. So let us inspect for the name of this button, some kind of ID. So inspect, and we can see you can use this little arrow here and mouse over Google search and it will highlight here. So here it's input value Google search and name is btnk. So that's what we want. So I will copy that and let's go back into our code. And here we want to find the element, right? So temporarily I will paste there, and it is basically finding that element. This element is, I will call it as submit search button, btn. Okay, and driver.find element by name is still good, so this time the name is btnk. Enter, submit search button dot, so bunch of options, click, find elements, get attributes, and all of those. And here it's a submit button, so I would submit it. So submit, since you don't have to pass in any parameters, it's basically submitting that particular form with the search box value. So Control S, right click, run as Java application, Chrome browser, typed in the value, clicked on the search, and we got the search results, right? And we did not take any further action, we got the search results. Now you can take it further by clicking on whatever you want to and going from there. So we have automated the process of entering the search term and clicking on the button. With those two, we were accomplished getting the search results. So web element is so familiar, is so important in Selenium test case development. The API documentation is something you need to refer back, and all the available options in the API. So with this, I will conclude the intro lesson. In the next lesson, we will go in depth about using other methods on web element. Thank you.